Hey y'all, long time no talk. It's definitely been a few days. I am feeling a little bit better. If you are new to my channel, long story short, I got COVID and it was a awful experience. I'm still trying to get better and still trying to get over this. Definitely not 100% yet, but I missed the channel quite a bit and I had some extra energy to actually get another video out. Now, I wanted to do a second version of my previous video before I got sick, and I know a lot of you might not be doing a tropical theme right now, but you want to implement the highway on your urban styled island. And today's video basically is a version of the highway, but something that is geared not towards a tropical aesthetic and something that is a little bit more friendly towards pretty much any city core theme. This build is also not limited to fall whatsoever. You can do whatever kind of season you please. It also would work great for a modern Japanese theme. If you are somebody wanting to see a Japanese version that would work for a Tokyo-inspired island, let me know and we can definitely do a third video of different transitional ideas that could work for that type of theme. But today's video is having a ton of different transitional ideas that you can work off of the highway with, and also just some villager areas too. I wanted to have a version of the highway that is very friendly for a lot of different city islands. I want to say that this location on the map is very downtown vibes and big city in general. If you don't like the colors in the brick tones, I would personally swap these out to grays and a black combination to keep it very neutral. But I'm not sure if I'm keeping this island. I do really like actually how everything transitions. So honestly, I might just move all of my tropical builds maybe onto this island and add on to today's video by obviously, transitioning it all to tropical summery colors. I'm not sure. I even considered on continuing this and just doing a basic fall city. Let me know what you want to see happen in the comment section below. Also, apologies if I stutter or mess up on my words throughout this audio. Again, I'm still sick as a dog, but I really wanted to just kind of update everybody on how I'm doing, which is definitely a lot better than I was 10 days ago. I really wanted to share today's video, even if I'm still kind of feeling under the weather, mostly because I just wanted to update you on the previous video that we did and also provide you a different version of the last video that we did as well. But so many of y'all know that the previous highway video was on a coastal theme. I still want to do that island, but I ran into two problems during COVID. I accidentally deleted my island, and I did not mean to do that. As many of y'all know, I'm a dirty cheater and I have a modded console, so I cannot back my islands up like many of y'all do because I could get banned on my console, and it's just not worth the risk for me. So on a modded console, you have to save your island into a special save editor, and I accidentally overwrote that save with a completely brand new island. I was so devastated about that because I made so much progress on it. So all of that work is completely gone, meaning I'm gonna have to redo it. And because of COVID, all that inspiration that I had went out the door because I couldn't think or play. The thing that I hate about myself personally is when I get inspiration, I need to take that inspiration immediately and start working, or I will lose any spark that I have, because that's just how my brain works, and I'm difficult. So all the inspiration that I had on this island just to build in general went completely gone. I have lost all my ideas and just my general plan that I wanted to do, because with COVID, I noticed that my brain got very foggy and I just couldn't think. So hopefully my inspiration comes back for that island soon. Once it does, I will definitely be returning to it. If you're new to my channel, basically, if I lose inspiration for an island, sometimes I take a small break and do a different island, and then when the inspiration comes back, we continue the theme. My recent tropical island is a great example of this. I didn't work on it for months around that theme and just the vibe in general. Then out of nowhere, I got inspired and I was able to finish it within a week. So I'm pretty confident that will be the same scenario for that coastal island and also for my New York theme. So hopefully I know what I'm going to be building soon. I did consider though just keeping today's video and the build and transitioning it maybe to a different color scheme and maybe just doing a very simple neutral realistic town. I could even add some real life stores to it, like the Walmart build, improve that, maybe add the Target to here. So that is also an idea. I will definitely be playing around and just kind of seeing what happens, since I don't know what my plan is until my inspiration comes back. Also, I want to quickly add that every code that I'm using and any inspiration I took from other creators will be found in the video's description. I'm also very excited about how the transitional areas turned out. I feel like this is some great ideas and transitional inspiration for someone who is doing a big city or just a realistic downtown sort of vibe. I definitely think that this build today gives that vibe. And my other favorite thing about the build today as well was the fenced in neighborhood. Now, if I would have had more space, I would have put those 2 villager homes that you're going to be seeing later in the video after I prep the main parking lot out. I would have put those on a townhouse kind of style with an incline like I did with my house. I did not have the space for that because this is at the edge of my map. So I would take advantage if you space this build out and put it in a location where you have just a few more squares for dimensional purposes. Adding the villager houses also raised up with an incline, kind of like a New York house style, is going to add a lot more realism and texture to the build. I would definitely take advantage of that. So that is something I would have changed with today's build. So I just personally think having as much terraform and dimension when you're trying to go for realism like we are today is always a great idea and option to take advantage of. Obviously, decorating and just building in general takes many hours to do, so I will not have every single transitional spot finished, but I do want to add and give you some ideas on what you can do from these transitional spots. For example, on the cul-de-sac area with that centerpiece, if you are in a position where you don't have space to do any sort of transitional or road expansion to that, I would just take advantage of placing 2 villager homes and framing the villagers around the cul-de-sac, kind of like I did with my villager cul-de-sac neighborhood video. That is a great option and idea for that location. If you are someone in the position where you have plenty of space to do some sort of transition, I would do a angled road off of the cul-de-sac, and this could transition over to some shops. So there is plenty of ways you can add and change this build if you have the needed space. Then obviously when you're going across the highway, there is some empty spots and stuff. So you could take advantage of blending your actual NPC shops into the highway, or you could do some villager homes. So definitely get creative and put your own twist to it. But I did my best to try to add as many transitional spots and ideas to the highway in today's video. So hopefully this will give you a great start. Again, if you are wanting to see me continue this build and see how I transition from the locations on today's video, definitely let me know in the comment section, because I don't mind doing that. Just know if I do decide to continue this, I will be changing most likely the color scheme and season. I'm just not ready to do a fall theme quite yet. I want to save that for my New York City island. Anyways, before we end this video, we're going to do a quick walkthrough of how the whole entire build turned out, and I also just want to discuss a few things before I go. First, I want to apologize again that I sound so stuffy and I'm not my usual bubbly self. Again, I hate having COVID. My energy levels are just super down and I'm super stuffed up. Hopefully by next video, I will again have some of my energy back and just kind of be back to my normal peppy self. It sucks because I want to be back and I want to be streaming again, but obviously my voice and just how I sound and how I'm feeling, I'm not ready for that. So with that being said, I'm not quite sure if I'm going to be streaming this week due to just trying to get over this. Now, if something happens and I'm magically back to myself again before Wednesday, because I stream on Wednesdays and Saturdays, we will definitely, make that happen. But I just don't want to promise something when I have no idea what to expect. I also want to say say thanks again for all the support and love during this awful week that I've been having since I've been sick as a dog. But hopefully next video I will be back to my normal self and we can get back to posting regularly again. With that being said, thanks again for watching and have a horrible day. I'll see you next video.